This is absolutely criminal.
All right, welcome to Absolutely Criminal. It's Friday. I'm Andrew, and guess who's back? Tiffie Lou, what's going on over there?
I'm back for a spell.
Yeah.
But we have a co-host with us today.
We do. We have a co-host who you may be familiar with, and let's bring her in.
Maybe. She's doing her hair.
You come out good today.
All right.
Man, what's wrong with her mouth?
Okay.
She's angry. That's a serious royalty.
That is James's attorney.
The woman is?
Crumbley.
Can I just ask you, what's going on with the little shower things on shower caps on his ear? You see him?
Yeah, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, that confused me too. We'll talk about that. Maybe we'll find a solution. My impression was that he's hard of hearing, maybe, and that
he is piping why through. The extra little like shower?
Maybe it's too tinny. Like maybe he has tinnitus,
or it's to protect for like lice or something with the other people that wear it. Maybe.
Okay.
I noticed that when people go on trial, they lose their hearing, they can't walk, they're blind, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know I lose my memory, you know, so that's a problem.
So we'll talk about James
murdering anybody because I can't.
All right, first let's say hey to everybody. We got Lucy, clearly. We got Wesley, we got Renee, we got Nanya, we got a couple more, and no one's peeking their head in, but I see that there's more than that.
Well, there's more than that. So.
We see you. We got numbers.
Lurking is just fine. So we'll talk about that verdict. The school shooter father,
yes,
now found guilty. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Ruth Markel's book, about her search for justice and stuff about Dan and Wendy and lots of things. And then we'll take another look at Amy Day. We might even play your prosecution closing argument,
yes,
Tiffie Lou, where you played the prosecutor.
Are you going to play mentor lawyers too?
Oh, yeah. I don't have that queued up.
Because we do have his too. We can make a real argument there.
Something not nice about his performance, though.
Okay, yeah, I don't want anybody getting trashed.
No.
Helen Stewart popped in. Mary, observation station.
How are you?
Finally, people are talking. Hey,
Sparkles, welcome.
Observation station is here. Hi.
So now that the gang's all here, let's play
Wesley.
Sparkles isn't here.
Oh, Wesley left. He's coming back later.
Right here.
She's here. Million Sparkles.
She's at the very bottom. You have arrived. I see that.
She has arrived.
Sparkalicious.
All right.
And
so
Helen
let's play. Let's play James Crumbley's verdict. Now he's got the ear condoms on his. Well, I mean, that's like the only thing I can figure.
Look at this. Everybody in that picture doesn't have
caps, like little shower caps or something.
And he speaks English, so it's not like a translation thing. I don't know.
Right.
I think hard of hearing maybe. So let's see. The jury is about to come in here.
You're waiting right now for this verdict to come down. The jury walking in right now. Everyone rising for the jury.
Remember, James Crumbley is facing 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. His trial taking a lot less time compared to his wife, who was found guilty of those.
Sounds like they're narrating a golf tournament.
I know. Right. I'm like waiting for.
We're here on the first green, and he's lining up for his shot. They're coming in.
Charges Jennifer Crumbley. Right now, it is unclear which way this jury will go. And now they are unclear. Let's listen in.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know.
I mean, they deliberated a little bit longer than in his wife's case, but not much.
Worked very hard.
Oh, wait. So he's here in person?
Yeah.
I thought that's why he had headphones on. I thought like he was like technically seeing it from like.
Oh yeah.
No, he's there.
Hard of hearing is the only thing I can think of. Let us know in the chat. In the
And
comments
Yeah.
if you know.
Someone has
earbuds
to Google or Alexa
Yeah.
and find out.
decision. I know this was a very intense decision for you all to make. I believe you've selected a foreperson. Who's the foreperson? You're the foreperson. Could you read the verdict, please?
Each count.
Sure.
Count 1, involuntary manslaughter as to Madison Baldwin. Guilty of involuntary manslaughter as to Madison Baldwin. Count 2, involuntary manslaughter as to Tate Meir. Guilty of involuntary manslaughter as to Tate Meir.
I mean, if they're going to find you guilty for one, they're going to find you guilty for the rest.
Yeah.
3, involuntary manslaughter as to Hannah St. Juliana. Guilty of involuntary manslaughter as to Hannah St. Juliana. Count 4, involuntary manslaughter as to Justin Schilling. Guilty of involuntary manslaughter as to Justin Schilling.
Yeah. So what do you think? I'll ask you first, Tiffie Lou. What do you think of the guilty verdicts in this case? As far as this is a historic landmark, as far as parents being held responsible for the school shooting.
Honestly, I think in this case, I do hold them accountable.
Mhm.
I do. I mean, obviously the kid's guilty as well. He did the action, he planned it and everything. But I mean, just looking at the entire process of how he became the kid he grew up to become.
Yeah.
They fed right into that. They like bred that.
Right. They said they treated him pretty much like a roommate.
When he was like 6,
Mhm.
what the,
And then you go buy him a gun. What do you think, Lucy?
So, I would have loved it if he would have taken off the things and be like, I got the wrong one. That's wrong.
These are malfunctioning.
Yes. So what happens now though, right? So any parent that their child kills classmates, are they held responsible? Or kids that are in gangs and their mom and dad knows that they're in gangs and they can't get them out the gangs and they kill people and sell drugs, will they be on trial?
Well, no, because mom and dad with the kid in the gang aren't buying the kid their guns.
Yeah, they did
Well,
supply the guns.
so
They're not
they-
taking them out
Father-
shooting,
So if there's a kid whose father's a drug dealer who has guns in the house and his son is now selling drugs too, and he got his father's gun and killed somebody, is the father going on trial?
I don't know about going on trial, but I'm not going to say his father's not somewhat responsible in that case.
I'm not saying that they're not. I'm
You
just
know?
wondering at this point, what now happens?
Yeah, it sets a precedent. That's for
Right?
That's for
Well,
sure.
and not only that, in this case too, there were warning signs with him.
Yeah.
Well, for
There
sure.
were.
Yeah.
And the parents ignored them.
Well, she told him, don't do it. So she clearly knew what was in his mind.
Well, she told him don't do it after he had already gone and done it. I
But
mean,
she didn't know. She had left the school. She didn't know.
Right.
And then she
Yeah,
tried to
would-
call and they didn't pick up. They told her, take him out of school today. And she said, I have to go to work.
yeah.
If they had only just taken him home, or he's 13, he could have been home, or 15, so they could have dropped him off at home. She could have gone back to work.
Would that have stopped him from going back and doing what he wanted to do, though?
Yeah.
No, it
But
wouldn't.
probably
have.
would have stopped him that day, maybe.
But however, it would have at least saved her ass if she had done these steps.
Yeah.
And
now this kid has ruined 4 families and his own.
his own
life is
family.
over.
Yeah.
And at 15, his life is ruined. He's in
Mhm.
jail with grown men. And he's a child. Because at 15, you're a child.
Yep.
Or 16. Is he 16 now?
Yeah.
So I was also surprised when the mom was on trial, right? Well, I thought their trial was going to be together. Do you remember how in love they were with each other? And they'd put the mask down and they'd mouth, I love you.
Right.
Right?
They had their own sign
And they
language.
had this
like-
going on and they tried to stop them and they would still do it. And I was like, wow, they're really in love. Wow.
Ooh, oops, wrong one. Look at what Sparkles wrote here. Feel like they were hoping he just off himself. Yeah,
Oh.
because she kind of thought the mom probably thought he was going to.
Do you
Because
think
she
so?
did say, Well, I mean, according to some of the texts and the timing.
Well, I think she knew that's how most of these cases.
Yeah,
end,
generally.
You know.
But they probably would have found them guilty of something because it would have been their gun that they gave him. So they still be in hot water.
I don't think it matters that, he's still alive as far as that is concerned. But
so I was surprised when they separated the case. And then when Jennifer and I saw her, do you remember how thin she was when the case started?
Yeah, she's put on a little bit of pounds
and aged a few years in.
Okay, we can't judge.
Yeah,
I've put on a little bit of pounds.
Me too.
Okay,
it wasn't a little bit. It wasn't a little bit. And why wasn't she washing her hair?
Maybe she wanted people to feel bad for her.
Yeah,
if she looks more.
Somebody said that, and that they thought she gained weight because they'd feel bad for her. So then they interviewed the boyfriend. Remember, she had a lover or something.
Yeah.
I imagine that he must have walked in and been like, "What the? Hey."
Yeah, I did not tap that. I swear.
Not with her. When I slept with her, she was like 115 pounds, guys. Okay.
I swear she was super hot back then. I promise.
She was actually. She was much thinner and really attractive. Actually, I thought, wow. So
man, you women are vicious with each other. I'll tell you.
No.
What do you mean vicious? She just said she was an attractive woman.
She was,
and she let herself go.
Yeah,
But again, you said, Andrew or Tiffie Lou, somebody said that they thought it was for sympathy.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if that's the case.
So let me tell you something, Tiffie Lou. If that's the case, then there should be an outpouring of sympathy cards coming to my house.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
I'll take any kind of sympathy card I can get at this point too.
Stinky with an A.
Waist.
Oh man.
All right. Well, so that's the ballad of James and Jennifer Crumbley.
Yes.
They're going away for quite some time. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now I have a question though. Okay, so they're guilty. Mm-hmm. What is the sentencing for something like this? Because nothing they did as it is involuntary. They're charged with involuntary manslaughter.
Right.
So what is the sentence?
I don't know.
For something that that they didn't intend to happen that happened. Isn't it just 10 years?
Jennifer's,
or is that just for manslaughter?
Sentencing. I don't.
Now is involuntary? Is that different?
Are they getting time for each death?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
But the big question there is, would they run concurrent or consecutive? Would they tack it on at the end of each sentence for them? I'm looking this up here, and yeah, okay, so up to 15 years in prison for each count.
For each, so that's 60 years.
60 if they run consecutive.
You see, what I'm talking about.
But it says, however, the maximum they could likely get will be 15 years.
Oh, okay.
Total.
We'll see.
Yeah. So, we'll keep an eye on that. And do you think it'll make parents more careful? Will they think of this when they're... that's part of the...
What's the president? And will there be laws now that say, if you're a parent and this happens, you are looking at this kind of time. You're looking at this happening. Will there be laws, or is it going to be, as it happens, we'll figure out what we're doing?
Yeah, I'm sure the families are advocating for some type of law, something like that. But it'll be interesting to see if we have another case like this in the future.
Helen, they're natural, Helen.
We will. We will, because this is the beginning of the change. There's going to be other parents held accountable.
Yeah.
Right.
People are tired of school shootings, and this is probably the only way to try and crack down on them.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we haven't seen the last of them.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking to think that somebody right now is planning.
So what's really sad is that their son is in jail. They'll never speak to him again. And he's a child in jail with grown men.
Yeah. And they're going to be out before he is. I mean, he's in there.
Oh, no, he can't get out. He's not getting out.
Yeah, he's in forever.
Life?
That's his life now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all the way around, really bad. And countless lives changed as far as,
Andrew, tell the FBI to come back. Wesley's here. Where's his
I know.
All right. Okay, so Lucy, you told me today that you read or listened to the audiobook of
Ruth Markel.
Markel's book, thank you, this week, and you wanted to talk a little bit about it. And we talked before the show a little bit. You had some interesting points, especially when she talks about Wendy and
Yes.
other things.
So, I mean, I think we all kind of feel the same way that Wendy has gotten over. She's been very lucky, right? That's got to run out. So the thing that I guess I admire after speaking to Andrew about this, about Ruth, and is it Phil? Is that the father's name?
Phil Markel, yeah.
And the sister. God bless
wow.
them. They're very professional. When they sit there, there's no faces. They're not crying and carrying on. And I give them credit because that couldn't be me, right?
Yeah.
I do see just in Ruth's face this horrendous pain that you see.
Right? Yeah. It's in her eyes.
Yes. And I saw like every interview she had on YouTube, and they're all really interesting. So I didn't think I would read the book or hear it, but I did. And I'm so glad I did, because there's a lot of little things that you kind of hear on the trial or people say, but you don't know where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
So, they say that Wendy took half of the kids' things. And when Ruth describes it, it really puts you in that place, in that frame of mind of when Dan walked in. The kids' room was completely empty. She took all of the furniture. They had like ABC blocks or something on their wall. She took that. She left the nails, which I'm surprised about, and just left their clothes that didn't fit. That she just left. So I thought, the way she described it, I thought of Dan going to New York, leaving his home and family, and coming home to a hollow place that he couldn't even recognize anymore, right?
Yeah.
So it turns out that it was a Jewish holiday. So his parents were scheduled to be there the day after it happened. So he had his boys and his family, and they went and got furniture and got clothes for the boys and got furniture for downstairs. That Ruth said, when I left, there was a home again. They were going to have to build, but at least he wasn't walking into a place that had 2 chairs and, there was like nothing, right? So a new normal for them. But then she was talking about how Wendy wanted some money that people were collecting, and she said to send it to her because she's his widow.
Oh, the GoFundMe, right?
Right. Okay.
Widow?
Yeah.
No, but they were done, and she had a little boyfriend.
Only when it's convenient, she's the widow,
She called to find out if she was still the beneficiary of his life insurance, and apparently called quickly after it happened and called multiple times to find out that he put his sister in charge of that and anything.
Oh my gosh, he's so smart. Oh my gosh.
So smart.
Yes.
So he gets home and this is happening, and he says, I gotta check the bank. She had taken out all that money way before she left the house. Like, that's how much she knew he trusted her, that he wasn't checking his accounts. He loved his wife.
Yeah.
This is his wife. And she took $350,000 of his money. Not
while they were still married.
Right. So apparently she had to do several steps in order to do the separation. So this took planning and time while she was sleeping with him and waking up and having coffee with him. All of this planning was happening. She had put in to be the prime parent for the children. I mean, she had everything going. He had no idea any of this was happening. So I think that Dan at first was like, I want my wife and my children, and I'm just going to do what I need to. And then I guess he started to see real Wendy. I think he probably knew who Wendy was, but he loved her. That's what I think, because Dan is smart, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think Dan said, I'm a smart lawyer. I'm coming for you. And I think that's what got Dan killed. I think that he wasn't going to let it go. And it's not okay that you're doing this to me. And those are my kids too. right?
Right.
And one of the
Nobody
things that
takes
she
from
said,
Wendy Adelson.
right? One of the things that she said, a lot of people said that he debated you about everything. Even if you were on his side, he debated on the other side. Like he just debated everything. And
I know people that do that though. They
I know,
got
but
to get off on it.
I don't want to debate you every day about everything.
Mhm.
Right.
Every so often is okay. And then it's going to get to a part that you're either going to offend me or I'm offending you. So why do it?
Yeah.
So imagine that to Donna, who already thinks she's superior. So does Wendy, all of them, right?
Yep.
So it was just really interesting to see her take. It was so well written. She's also written 10 books. She's a really bright lady.
Yeah, I didn't know
great
she
job
had.
with this.
Yeah. Helen Stewart says birthday. Can you read that?
Sorry. Birthday party planning, and that weekend away, she told her friends she was leaving him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
I gotta say this just because it keeps getting brought up. Sorry, off topic, but everyone loves my glasses.
I know they are hot.
I would tell you where I got them, but it's gonna have to be in private because I don't get sponsorships for them yet.
Flip your hair once more.
But maybe you should send a little clip of this, and they would sponsor.
Zenny. Yeah, send it to Zenny and see what they say.
You're gonna have great Elton John glasses. They are great. They're great. So it was really interesting. And if you have a chance, you should hear the book or read the book. There's just so many things that she explains when she thought she'd see the kids the day after the memorial. Yeah. She told them they can't because the boys are busy.
Busy?
They're 3 and 4.
They're like 4. What are they doing?
His sister lost it. Yeah. So she said, okay, the next day. And of course, she was already in Miami the next day. So she was like, well, you can't see them because I just felt so unsafe. We left in the middle of the night with all your stuff, huh? So the other thing is, I mean, they packed pretty quickly. Was that planned already? I mean, it's pretty hard to, you got a truck in one day and you packed the whole house?
She might have prepared ahead of time, yeah.
I don't know. We couldn't pack this house in a day.
Yeah.
But, so she hired people to come? It wasn't her and her parents that packed? Like, I think there's still so many things that we don't know about her. Yeah. I do know that she's more evil than I thought. And the more I heard this book, the more I see that Wendy is far worse than Donna will ever be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, her family are just her puppets, man.
She really took that.
Just marionettes, dude. Yeah.
Like full sociopath.
I don't know if it started out with her thinking they'd kill him. But I think when it got there, she was like, okay.
That sounds easy.
Yeah. You know what? That would be better, actually. We'll just get here. It'd be better. Let's get rid of it.
Charlie fancies himself a bit of a gangster.
Yeah, because he knows people.
So,
right.
You know.
And you weren't here, Tiffie Lou, so I said something unpopular. Oh. I want Wendy in jail so much, I'd have Charlie go home. That's how much I want her in jail. I think it's all her. And
yeah,
I'm in poker and I'm handing all my chips in her.
It's funny because when this all began, I thought Donna was like the evil godmother of the whole thing.
Yes.
And then as this has progressed, I'm like, oh no, she's too stupid. She didn't.
I definitely think she's evil.
Yeah, she's annoying, but no, she's not the planner of all this.
I suspect that she got up one day and said, I didn't plan this. Wendy did this. I think there was a point that they all realized, oh, hey,
do you think
the product of her?
Do you think Charlie sits in his cell and blames Wendy? And does he realize yet that she at least tried to throw him under the bus?
Well, the call, remember that he said that she went to the scene of the crime and he was like, why would she do that?
Why? Yeah.
I mean, he was really blaming her that I thought she should be really concerned. I thought he was going to like call somebody and say, we need to talk.
Right.
I think it could still happen. I mean, honestly, if they gave Charles 15 years or 20 years, right? Give up Wendy. Is it fair that she's walking around and raising her children?
It won't last.
Not at all.
She's going to get dragged in at some point, but I don't know if she's going to get sentenced because as much as I really don't like her, she is very smart.
And
I don't even want to give her that credit, but I have
she's
to, and I don't.
by far the
But
smartest
here's
one in
the
the
thing.
family.
If you watch all of her times on on the stand, she lies a lot.
Yeah.
I hate that she answers and it's an over answer. I hate that Georgia doesn't stop her and say, "Can it just be yes or no? This would go smoother. I'll ask you for an explanation." So it really bothers me that she lets her, but I think it's on purpose. I think
because it makes her talk herself into a corner.
So
Right.
like
Exactly.
first thing, you know about this, right? That the judge said, "How do you spell gibbers?" And she was saying, "I've never written it. Maybe it's a J or a G."
Yeah, that's crap,
And
please.
Georgia said, "Excuse me, Miss Edelf.
According to the
gibbers
email you sent, it's
in
spelled
your
with a
cell
J.
phone, and it's written with a J, right?" She goes,
Yeah.
"Yes." And then
And I
she
think
didn't say
that's what-
anything for like a minute. So the camera was just on her, and Georgia didn't ask anything for like a minute. So she was like uncomfortable for her.
Run. Mm-hmm.
But I do think that Christopher, I wish that he would go for her. He did not play with Wendy. Did you see his thing? He came out. Christopher that was with Tara when Katie was on trial and she had the two attorneys. Christopher does something. I forgot his last name, right? And he said, "We're all here for you. It's all about you."
Yeah.
Right. He went for her. He was not.
Oh yeah. That was, yep.
I would
Well,
love
good
to
observation.
have another chance at her.
Yep.
My friend Ma calls Wendy Fibbers.
Good. How do you spell that? With an F?
Yeah.
No, a PH.
That's good. The cost.
Oh, Wesley said-
Exactly.
yeah.
Wesley, Mr. Next week host.
Yeah. Wesley will be on with us next Friday. Tiffie Lou will be out of town, but we'll have a good time. We'll have a good time with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I think the reason people would probably trade Charlie for Wendy like you would is she's out there just living her life like nothing happened.
That's really upsetting.
And she has she's like Sarah Boone as far as no remorse.
So one of the things that Dan had asked for, and it was agreed to, if she had the boys and she had plans, she was supposed to call him, ask him if he's busy, and if he's not, he could take the boys. She never, not once, did that. And he would call and she was out and her parents were watching or friends were watching. She never, not once, gave him the opportunity to be with his children. And you know what? Now that I hear her mom talking, Wendy spent very little time with her boys. Donna and Harvey were raising those children. So why does she even want them?
Because it would bother him. That's why. It's like literally using her children as like revenge against. Yeah.
Yeah. I was, I don't know. I'm just still flabbergasted that she has custody of the kids. Of course, she's the birth mother, but wow.
And she gets to say, even if she goes to jail, she gets to say who raises her children.
Right.
Ruth had
what is that home?
Who's it gonna be though? Mom's in jail, brother's in jail, daddy's like, what is he like? 98?
Anybody but the Markels.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll have to see. Do you think Wendy will eventually face arrest and prosecution?
I think so. I think George is working towards it.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot that hasn't been shared with the public for that very purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my guess. Obviously,
I do think
I'm
that's
not in the know.
Softballs because she doesn't. There's stuff that she doesn't want to put out there.
Yeah,
so that
It wouldn't surprise me. Like they're building a case. I don't think Donna would have been arrested so quick if she hadn't bought a one-way ticket to Vietnam.
I know.
Do you think that Donna has any chance of getting off? Any chance?
No.
What about her sentence being light?
I don't.
She's gonna die in jail if they give her 10 years. She's 73 or 74.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Pretty much any significant sentence is a life sentence for her.
And then she has Dan as the attorney, so.
But I wouldn't, after hearing her talk about Wendy on the hot mic phone call,
right?
I wouldn't be surprised if she would turn on her. I mean, she doesn't sound like she's all that fond of her decisions in the past couple years.
So who you saying? You think Wendy's gonna go and turn on her mom, or that
No,
Donna's going to
think
turn on
Donna
her to lighten her sentence?
Yeah, I think Donna would turn her in.
Oh my God, I don't care which one it is. Just do it. Please. I need it in my life. Please.
I know. We
And
need
if-
it like we need
And
Sarah
the
Boone.
only thing, the cherry on the cake, would be Sarah representing herself.
Oh, I know. I hope. Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
she's gone to almost every lawyer. She go 2 more lawyers. She got to represent herself.
I can't imagine there's another one to give her at this
Hey,
point.
maybe we can send Dan her way.
Yeah. Well, she's scheduled for May.
Well,
Trial
he's
in
been
May.
scheduled for May 3 years in a row.
The lawyer will represent her.
Oh yeah. Why doesn't she call ML?
I would shoot him if he did that.
Well, then we'd have a whole new case. So
But he actually came up with a very good defense for her, like right away, and I was surprised about it. He said that it was a sex game, that they did it all the time, and she didn't expect that he would die. And I was like,
okay, but the video doesn't speak that way, though, unfortunately.
But on the interview that she is with the police in the car, she said, I was waiting for him to go upstairs. We normally have sex after.
That's right.
That's something that normally happens. So that's on tape the next day. So I think ML had something that could be worked.
Yeah. I wonder if
And it was like part of their game, you know?
Yeah. Sex game gone wrong, and that seemed to be her.
Then I have a question.
No, she's going for domestic violence.
If this, that's what I'm saying. If this was a regular sex game, like me and Andrew get freaky that way, I would say that when I'm talking to the police.
Okay, so you have to remember that she's drunk out of her mind. She just woke up. Her boyfriend is purple in a suitcase. I'm surprised that she could talk. I would be like, oh God.
Yeah, I would be really upset if I accidentally killed you having sex or preparing
even if
for
you
sex,
couldn't remember it.
whatever. Yeah, even if I forgot.
Yeah.
It's the dead body in the bed that kind of gives it away. I'm like,
that kind of killed my sex drive for a minute. Okay.
That'll tend to dry you up a little bit.
I shouldn't have used the stilettos yesterday.
Oh, this is a good point, though, Helen. She did throw him down the stairs, the bruises and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't believe that. You know why?
Oh, you don't think so?
When you see his video, when you hear him, I believe George would have said, "You effing B, how dare you throw me down the steps?" He didn't say any of that. He said, "Please let me out." And then he said, "F you, let me out." I don't think that he would not have said, "You threw me down."
That's true. He did not have a lot of air. And honestly, if I'm trying to get somebody who's mad at me to let me out, I'm not going to cuss him out for something else.
He cursed her. Like he cursed at her.
Want to get out of a box.
Did he curse at her?
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that was really bad. And imagine waking up to that. Like, seriously. And now you open a suitcase and the person is purple.
Right.
Like, she was undrunk the minute she saw him.
Oh, yeah. Sobered up right away. And then
she calls Brian, who comes running, right? Brian comes running.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because she called him. She doesn't call the cops.
Listen, if you kill Andrew tonight, do not call me. I'm not showing up. I'm not going to go look at his dead purple body.
Call your ex-husband. He'll come over.
No, he won't.
So maybe call him and he'll help you. I don't know. And
No.
then Brian talks a lot also. Oh, here's another thing that happened with Brian. The next day, her name was Chelsea, right? The female detective.
Yeah.
She called him. He was trying to tell her, I spoke to her the night before, and Chelsea went through the phone. She's like, no, you didn't. But I think she went through the phone at the precinct and she called him. And she said, you're right. She called you at like 10 or 12. Do you remember what that was about? And he says, I don't. She often does that. And I just pick up and and I fall asleep and I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think when she called him the next day to say, this has happened, I think it clicked in his mind. Oh my gosh, she called me last night. Did she say he was in a suitcase? I think that's why Brian came. because I think it triggered whatever memory from the call the night before.
Mm.
I'm telling you, I'm good at this. Columbo worked for me.
Well, there you have it. Columbo needs to be on the case, or at least his clone, his descendant.
I know. So sad. You know, they passed a law about him when he passed away because his wife didn't notify his daughter. So there is a Columbo law that if you have an ailing parent, that parent's spouse needs to notify family that he is passing away. And it's in like 14 states or something like that. I told you I'm a fan.
Yeah, I didn't know that. We'll have to. How do you feel about Kojak?
Okay.
No,
but I see that Tiffie likes it. I see Tiffie loves it.
Yeah, I've got the Kojak do going on. All right, so we're going to talk about Amy Day's long day at the police station. But first, we have a couple comments of the day. And the first one comes up to us. Says, your guidelines are to be respectful. And this was on the Fani Willis case.
Oh, this is somebody trashing us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it when they trash us.
Nobody can have an opinion anymore. They take their toys and go home. But and yet you have not said one respectful thing on the show. That's probably true. We didn't.
Yeah, we're not respectful.
You've
okay.
criticized a woman who is prosecuting an indicted individual. And there's good reason why he's been indicted. Unfortunately, you don't seem to understand the implications of a dangerous criminal becoming president again. Your disrespect towards this woman is appalling. Now,
none of what we talked about has anything to do with the Trump situation.
And whichever way you lean on this, it's because of those incredibly important implications that
we need a strong attorney.
Why shouldn't she have been on her best behavior?
Yeah.
Is she going to have a bigger case in her career?
Exactly, right?
And even if you're, let's say that she hired him before they boinked and everything, and all the cash was on the up and up, it's just, it's amazing to me, like some people and media outlets, they kind of twist their brain enough so that it suits their side, when you can look at Fani Willis, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, you don't have to agree with it, but she was unprofessional, and the cash story doesn't wash.
Right.
And we didn't need this kind of distraction in this very important case. So
yeah, it's just another way for this case to be stalled.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating right now.
Yeah. And they're going to use that to their advantage. But excuse me, the judge did rule that either Fani had to recuse herself, or she had to fire
her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. And hours later today, Nathan Wade resigned. So that decision has been made for her.
So just question, is he available? Or?
Well, it really, to me, was upsetting that the judge allowed her to talk to that attorney the way she did. She took over.
No other witness would have been allowed to.
No, they would have been schooled. Yeah.
The judge did a terrible job. And it kept happening. And I'm like, but I don't understand. How is that possible? And she talked to me like, can you believe this? This girl don't know. We're not in the street.
I know. It was like they were hanging at a bar. Yeah.
You know what? She needs to recuse herself and him be fired too.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only option. You didn't do the right thing. That's it.
The judge kind of tried to play both sides, and he ended up pissing off both sides because he didn't really. It's either, okay, you can stay or you can fire your boyfriend.
Well, actually, they're friends, and she gets to stay on the case.
Yep. So there you have it. And looks like that's what's going to happen. The judge did have a primary coming up, so maybe he was worried about his own career, but we may never know.
I have a question for you regarding the comments of the day. I thought we weren't sharing names. and
No,
you
it's okay to
just
say
put
the name. She didn't have a
Yeah,
problem when she wrote the
I
comment.
wasn't originally, but I mean, anybody can look down and see who
okay.
commented. So
All
it's a
right.
public thing. So for good or for bad.
And then
the,
welcome back and make more comments and, right?
Yeah.
Test the waters. That's what it's for.
Exactly. And if you
As
don't
long
agree
as
with
it's
us,
respectful, right?
yeah. I mean, we can't please everybody all the time.
Correct.
We do most of the time.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. I listen to a lot of opinions and people that I don't agree with because I think it's interesting to know what, the other side of the argument is. But a lot of people just want to live in their own hug box and hear what they want to hear.
Nanya
Actually,
made a brutal comment.
Today, my comment was pretty brutal.
What was that comment?
When was it?
Let's see. This person wants to Amber Heard to play Wendy. I think I asked you about that, Tiffie Lou.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think Amber Heard should work, so I'm not going to support that decision.
And then a compliment to Lucy on this one. Usually Andrew too and Tiffie Lou, but now on the show, LUCYB2. A lot of cases touched on. Great chat once again. Well, thank you very much.
Helen, thank you.
We're happy to have Lucy on as a guest several times, and she warned us she would be entertaining, and we'd want to have her back. So.
Andrew was like, should we talk about this? And if you want to talk this, I said, I got it. Don't worry, I got this. Don't worry, I got it.
I got you. Okay. So let's see here.
Oh,
Should
here we go. Sexy Legs is back.
Yeah. Maybe we'll play a little bit of Tiffy's closing arguments later or next time. Because it does get, like Lucy, you pointed out, it does give you a really good summary of the case.
Correct.
So if you're not familiar with Amy Day, you might not be. There wasn't much about it on the internet. That would be a good way to do that.
She said, Nanya said, I said that, can you imagine being on the phone with Sarah Boone for 42 minutes? I'd rather be locked in a suitcase.
That's right. Yeah. And there you have it. Okay, but I thought this portion of the Amy Day interrogation coming up is really interesting. And they start to confront her and they start to turn the screws, Lucy.
Joel has he's full. He's up to here. And he can't take it anymore. You see him that he's moving his legs back and forth. He just doesn't know what to do with it.
They have had it. Yeah.
They've had it. By the way, as I said already, they have pretty much all of the information already. So they know that everything, that she is lying about every single thing by this point already.
Yeah,
honestly,
they're digging up her mother's body at this moment.
Is like an ongoing thing I see. If they call you in there, don't speak and come with a lawyer.
Yeah.
Well, they know something.
That's not what happened. The sister called. So they brought in both of the sisters. They didn't know that Amy was insane.
It doesn't matter. If I'm involved, especially, I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
So you think that burying your mom in the backyard with the fake flowers, that's an indication?
My gosh, why didn't you just shell out a couple more bucks at Home Depot and get real flowers?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Then don't forget the suitcase that she put in the attic. That was her hiding spot.
Right. Well, it all makes sense at the time to a druggie, I suppose.
Well, she was high, right?
I guess, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So give her a little break.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not understanding the high aspect of it. Right.
All right. So here we go. They're going to turn the screws a little bit. They're last we left, they're asking about her phone, if she's had this for several years. She confirms that because they get quite a treasure trove of information from Amy's phone.
You had the same phone for 5 years, or you've been upgrading them?
Well, I've been upgrading them, but I kept the same phone number.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long you had this style phone, the smartphone? How long?
Since probably about 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah. Maybe 7.
Okay. All right.
No, probably about 6 months.
All right. Let me see if that phone's ready. That way you can show me that check, okay?
Okay.
I'll be right back, all right?
Yep.
All right, gonna leave her alone in there a little bit.
Now, I have a question. Was she ever attractive? Because all I've seen is the mugshot, and then this isn't very. I can't see any details here.
And she thought it was a good idea to go to the precinct without a bra on.
I know her titties are bouncing all over the place.
Pajamas.
I mean, before drugs wrecked her life, she
but she's still getting some high school guy to pay her visits. I mean, she calls him a boyfriend. He doesn't. I don't know the story on that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, so she's still getting some, but I don't know. I don't think she's.
He doesn't pay for anything.
High school guy?
Yeah, supposedly she's known him since high school.
Oh.
She was in high school. He's a little bit older, but he wasn't paying for anything. Actually, remember?
No. I know. I mean, he's paying attention to her.
So I want to be honest. Of all of the things she said, I did not believe that there was a man involved. I thought that was a lie.
So I don't think there was a man involved in the killing or anything.
No.
There's somebody she was doing.
When she said she went to this guy's house and she dates, I didn't think there was a guy involved at all. I thought Carrie was made up. So when
Gary
they had Carrie's interview, right? I was shocked. And then he said right away, she wanted me to lie. I told her I wasn't going to lie. He told her, I'm not lying for you. And she still told the police I was with him.
Super sketchy.
Moments in trading. If she fixed her skin, she wouldn't look a day over 60. See, that's what I'm saying. She's supposed to be like my age in that picture. And that's why I'm like.
Did you see her lips too?
Now, I know drugs can add some years,
But Sarah Boone is roughly the same age at their time of arrest, and
she looks younger. Yeah.
30 miles of bad road is what my dad would probably have said.
He's being charged right now.
Oh, so he walks in and drops a bomb, says, "You're being charged right now."
No. They're charging her cell phone.
Oh
my gosh! I was gonna say, I'm like, wait, there was no lead into that.
Thank you. That's right. Yeah, they're charging.
Like, did I leave the room?
All right. I thought, wow, I don't remember that turn of events.
We'll not even turn on with the plug on.
Let's take that part out.
That doesn't sound right. When it's plugged in, my phone will turn on.
When it's very dead, when the phone's even this iPhone, when it's completely dead, you turn it on and you plug it in. It will turn on that it's charging, but it will not have enough charge to turn on to power on completely.
Mine normally does.
That's what I just went over there. It's not gonna turn on.
No, I'm not 60. I should just say I'm 60. Then people say I look good for my age.
You look fabulous.
That's my girl.
I just got the little sound that's charging with the light, with the red light, and he's plugged in and it's not turning on.
Then
he showed the battery.
I understand that, but I mean that's something wrong then because my phone.
We just got to give it a couple minutes, and I know.
Okay.
Even when she's talking about her phone, she sounds like she's lying and making up stories.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like she kind of doesn't know how to tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying, but my phone I've zeroed it out and where it's turned off, and I plugged it in, and I've still been.
Yeah. Telling people that we're 60. You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Let's turn it on. So there's
I'm
something
a very young 70.
wrong with my phone because it should be turning on.
I don't know. I ain't no phone guy, but
I'm not either. But
I gotta go by the tech. So
I know. I'm telling you that has happened before.
You know that we're gonna confirm and reconfirm everything. You understand that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You do realize we're going to look this shit up after you tell us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he even tells her, I mean, if you were just home, just tell us that you were in the neighborhood and you didn't leave. Like he tells her.
Yeah. We have proof here in black and white. Yep.
But then I have E-Pass. So I have E-Pass. The times when my E-Pass had gone to zero balance, I had gone through it was still registered.
Okay.
So you telling me you're sitting me?
Yeah,
crack addicts will lie to the end. I know at this point, it doesn't even matter. She's going to say, I don't know where you got your information, but this. She's going to stick to her stupid story.
Yeah.
Even if it isn't holding up because that's her story.
And he makes a great point about
my friend is here. Hi, Felicia. Thank you for joining.
Welcome. But yeah, if your e-pass balance is 0 and you go through the tolls,
they charge you.
They'll send your ass a ticket.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I've unfortunately gotten that before.
Here, me too.
I was poor and living in Florida once.
I'm poor and living in New York now.
If I'm not mistaken, and your e-pass is in your purse, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you said that Carrie's e-pass was going low on balance, but guess what?
I didn't take my e-pass with me.
Okay, forget about your e-pass. Let's talk about Carrie's.
Okay.
It doesn't show Carrie up here using the e-pass, or even the e-pass register or anything like that. It doesn't show Carrie nowhere here. I'll tell you that right now. That's a fact. Okay.
That's a fact.
When you went to see Tasha to do the thing about the cigarettes, exchange the cigarettes, you went straight home, right?
Yes.
You didn't stop nowhere else.
No.
Okay. You sure about that?
After I left Tasha, yeah.
Okay. So you went from your house straight to see Tasha.
No, wait a minute. Wait.
Oh, there it is.
Wait.
Hold on. I have another version. Hold on.
I like it says, there it is. Yeah. Here we go.
You know about this. Hold on. I got it now. I got it. I got it.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's had it.
Right. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, he's like, this ought to be good.
Yeah. Gosh, this is going to be great to watch later.
I stopped at.
Here.
Another of your friends here?
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks for coming by to support the show.
Yes.
What's that place?
What's the place?
Storage.
Okay.
Tell us where.
I stopped there.
Okay.
And
which storage?
I was there for a couple of minutes, and then I left, and then.
Any reason why you stop at the storage? Do you have storage there?
I don't have storage there, but I was going to see about how much it would cost to rent some, because there's some stuff that I'm not going to be taking with me.
And the storage place has cameras, and they can.
Oh, totally, yeah.
On duty at that time.
Oh, wait, I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
She had ordered the 50-inch TV and some jewelry, and it was coming to the house. So I think she was trying to stop Walmart from delivering it. So she was getting storage, so it would go there. What she doesn't know is Walmart already showed up with the TV.
The TV that her mother ordered.
Right.
Because she doesn't need a 50-inch TV.
No.
Plus, if you're going to do it, why get 50-inch?
She has a big TV.
Big.
She doesn't need a 50.
No, I'm saying get a 74-inch. Go big.
I don't think they had that then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this was back in the day.
And
okay.
jewelry? She doesn't need jewelry. Who needs jewelry? Okay.
Storage.
Just need that sweet oxy.
That one. Where at?
It's next door to what used to be Mickey's. It's on Old Canoe Creek. It was a gas station store.
Nah, I gotta look it up. I don't know.
I can't remember the name of it, but it's orange.
You went inside?
All that money, and she didn't buy herself a bra. I'm just saying.
Thank you. You finally
could have ordered
this.
that. Yeah, she could have ordered that with her mom's card too.
Right? Oh yeah, easily. Yeah.
No, they said to call the manager, but nobody, answered. I knocked on the door, but I was only there for a couple of minutes. I backed out and then went straight home. But I was only checking to see how much storage.
Was that on the way to see Tasha? Or
that was on my way home. That was on my way home.
Okay.
Is it just me or does it seem like she's sitting like this, like with her?
Yeah, she's
shoulders up, like
all protective,
Mm-hmm.
Because he's gonna come to a hard question. So let's see what she does with this one.
It feels like a big question is coming.
It's coming.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can tell you that there's nothing wrong with your phone. I'll tell you that right now.
Let's talk about it.
And I want you to understand your phone is going to tell me exactly where you've been.
Okay.
You understand that, right?
Yeah.
So you want to change your story?
That's why I'm here talking to you, because I want to give you the opportunity for you to tell me where you were I'm hoping that you'd be honest with me and tell me, prove me wrong, that the information that you're telling me is the same information that shows on your phone. You understand what I'm getting through?
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? The only thing I ask from you, Amy, is for you to be completely honest.
I have that.
Okay? But right now,
I mean, she is a little stupid, but I think she knows this in her heart, but she can't make the lie match the digital evidence. What do you think?
I just don't think at this point she's ever going to give in. I mean, most of like drug addicts or alcoholics or whatever, it's like once you have your dumbass story, that's just the story you seem to stick with.
So at this point, she told them that the mom gave her a $2,500 check and she did the mobile, right? The thing is that it doesn't stop there. So that's where he's going with this. So let's go. Let's go with Amy.
And he's roping her in really.
Oh my God, and he's tired of her. He's tired of her.
Yeah, and she has no idea what's coming.
the information I got from your phone is not matching up with what you're telling me or where you've been or what you had done. And the same thing with the E-Pass. Carrie's E-Pass.
I can't tell you about Carrie's E-Pass.
You understand what I mean?
I can't tell you about that. I don't know.
She was just telling him about.
I can't answer you on that.
Can people ever commit crimes without their phone on them? I mean,
so you have to leave it at home for sure.
I'm just saying, like, they can always find you.
Everybody knows that.
And even when you turn it off, that is suspicious as well. Just leave it at home.
Just leave it at home.
Leave it on.
I've gone out and forgotten my phone before.
Yep.
And I was grateful that my car didn't break down or something. But I mean, it happens.
Well, I thought you were going to be like, I was grateful that day. Nothing happened.
With my last husband. Yeah.
Nothing happened. He's alive.
He's alive. Last I heard.
How much money you have in your purse?
$405. $6.
400. And notice he just moved closer, so he's.
Oh, he gets even closer. Oh,
yeah. Part of the technique is make him feel backed in a corner. Literally.
Well, she actually is sitting in the corner, so.
With those sexy legs of hers, facing him.
I stopped an ATM.
Okay. What?
Oh, no, here we go.
Sunday.
What?
She's looking at me.
Oh, she's looking right at you, Tiffie.
She's looking right at me.
She saw those glasses.
I don't know exactly what time.
In the morning, the afternoon.
Morning.
Was before lunch, after lunch.
Before lunch. Before lunch.
Okay. What bank was that?
The orange one.
Where's that one at?
There's one on 192.
Which one is the one that you stopped? That's what I'm asking.
I don't know exactly which one.
Are there street names in Florida? What's with this 180, 118, 192?
There are a lot of numbered roads. Yeah, 441 ran through Orlando. Then they had old 441, and
They don't name streets back there?
Well, they do, but the highways are numbered usually.
Okay.
The
Idaho 4 defendant turned his phone off during the killings. The only time he turned it off for a long time. See, you don't turn it off, though. You just don't.
Leave it on. Just leave it home.
Right.
Leave it on and don't take it with you.
Especially if you have never turned it off in the past.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
unusual for you. You can't say, "Oh, it lost charge."
182. I don't know exactly which one.
Here we go.
Put yourself in my situation, Amy. You
Is
see
that
one
clicking on the computer?
No, I think that's me.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's my daily Wordle challenge.
Oh, great.
All
That's
right, let me
important
just
for us to know.
complete that, and we're good to go.
Kim gave you a little bit, putting out more things on the table. And all of a sudden, oh my God, boom, bing, a little light comes on. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I am trying.
Here we go.
She's trying.
She's trying to get more lies. They're not coming quick enough.
Trying.
Yeah, as far as he's giving to me, you give me the exception that you're holding back. You just don't want to tell me everything.
I'm not intentionally holding anything back. I am trying. I, honest to God, am trying.
Here we go.
I am not holding anything back. I honest to God, am trying.
I like how she holds that pose after she makes a point.
Because that means that she means it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't have the best memory in the world, but
Me neither.
But honest to God,
But situations like this, very seriously, I'll tell you this right now, I'll make an effort
I'm
to
trying.
really remember.
I'm trying.
And very important things that happen in the day, very big stuff that happened during the day, I'm going to remember. You see for a fact that you remember you meeting up with Tasha to exchange some cigarettes. But you don't remember stopping on the bank, not stopping on the storage.
Lucy, do you know, was this Tasha a witness in the case as well?
So we only saw what Tiffie Lou did. So I have no idea who spoke on her behalf or didn't.
Right, gotcha.
It just wasn't anything on the case, and I looked.
Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, but you're right. Yep.
All that kind of stuff. All that taking half an hour. I just don't get it.
I'm trying. I am trying.
We need to write to her.
Honest to God, I am trying.
Yes.
I know you're tired. I'm exhausted. And I'm trying. Honest to God, I am trying.
She's trying.
Well, when you kill your mom,
I don't know what
it's
to
tiring.
say.
Wow, I thought you paused it. She held that a long time.
Yeah, I'm like, is the video glitching out? No, it's just Amy.
She's thinking of
It's just
lies.
Amy
They're not
glitching
coming
out.
fast enough. Helen. Boom, the bing.
Put yourself in my situation.
There we go.
In my shoes. And I'm sitting in your chair. You asking me the same questions I'm asking you.
Owens in Training says that Tasha lady was the one who sold the cigarettes?
Yes. To her and Judy. Yes.
About something very important that pertains to your mother. And all of a sudden, you're not remembering anything. And where you've been, where do you go, where do you stop? And it has to be me giving you a little bit for you to remember. This is very important, Amy. It pertains to your mother. The well-being of your mother, where your mom will go, who your mom is with right now. The important mission right now is to get your mom home, safe and sound, back to her daughters.
I'm aware of that.
Mm-hmm. But you're also aware that she ain't going to come home safe and sound. So
that's correct.
Do you think? I have no words. Sorry. Let's continue.
And that's
And
all
you're
I
not
want.
making it easy right now for me.
I'm not trying to make it difficult.
Because right now, information I'm getting contradicts completely of what you're telling me, Amy. It's been a long night for you, a long weekend for you.
She can smell his breath at this point. He's so close now.
Right.
For you and your family. Time is going by. You need to let me know and be completely honest with me what happened this weekend. I feel that you haven't been honest with me completely, Amy. I feel like you're holding things back.
What gives you that impression?
I'm not.
And you need to be completely honest with us.
I am, and I'm not holding anything back.
Because based on what you're telling me, you spend most of the time with your mom that actually Judy does. You live with her. You guys live together.
Yes.
You guys share a lot of time together, a lot of memories. You guys pay bills.
Yes.
You need to be completely honest with me for us to do our job, Amy.
I understand that, and I am trying to remember everything. Honest to God, I am. All I want is to find my mother, and all I want to do is give you the information to be able
We
to
have
help
to look
you.
everywhere.
At this point, I think her best bet was to say, God, I spend so much time high out of my gourd.
Yeah, just admit your drug use at this point, and that would at least account for the memory loss. Yeah.
Well, she's already said that she was a drug user and she isn't, and she's clean and she's been clean. So,
oops.
Oopsie.
Every avenues.
I know.
See who's lying to us, who's not lying to us.
I know.
You understand what I mean? And the more I dig and dig and dig, you understand what I mean? Your story is not making sense with what I got right now, Amy.
I don't know what
It's not confirming what you're telling me since last night. And I want you to be completely honest with me. I want you to take a deep breath and say, you know what, Joel? I'm sorry. Yes, I did forget to tell her. And then let's start fresh. But you need to tell me step by step. And we took our time last night. And we took it day by day, hour by hour, phone.
That's cute.
Call by phone call, person by person. And then I come today, we try to reconfirm what you told us last night, which is pretty much the same thing. And then I get all this information dumped on my desk, on my lap, that is showing me that you're not telling me the truth.
And we'll go about another 5 minutes here and then pick it up next time.
Okay.
It's getting really, really good.
She looks like she's getting a headache.
Not so, yeah, she might need a little aspirin at this point.
Aspirin.
Maybe something a little stronger. You got anything?
The only thing I ask for you, for the sake of your mother, Amy,
Is
for her safety, for you to tell me the truth right now. We need to get your mom home.
I agree. All right.
Well, she's already home.
She's already home. Okay, so she just said, all right. She's got another banger coming out here, I'm sure. Let's see.
I got back before 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh, God.
From where?
From Chiefy.
Okay.
Got back before 11 o'clock.
Oh, God.
So now the question is, why would you lie about something as simple as that?
What she should do is she should admit that she was lying about staying clean.
Right. Now,
This is where you say, look, I haven't been honest. I've been trying to stay clean and I haven't been.
And then you say, lawyer, please, abogado. Thank you.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, at this point, that would be her best bet.
She needed a team of abogados.
I got back probably about 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of lawyers, Larry H. Parker died today. He was 75. If you live in Southern California, you probably saw his ads on TV.
Larry H. Parker got me 2.1 million.
Yeah, and I will fight for you. So not famous outside of California, but he was our local
celebrity
cheesy lawyer. Yeah.
Yeah. He was the ambulance chaser lawyer.
Left. I went towards Nova Road. I turned around. I took a call from Marie. I stopped at a junkyard or something. I talked to her. I went into St. Cloud. I stopped at BB&T. I went to Westgate. I stopped at storage. Went home, and I called my sister.
Okay.
Wow, I don't run errands like that.
Yeah.
Neither does she.
They grew up in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I had grown up on those ads too. And then I came back to California like 20 years later after Florida and Connecticut. I was surprised he was still on TV doing the same stuff. But he had a very successful little operation.
When you got back home, what was inside the house?
Nothing. I mean, it was exactly as it was when Judy walked through the door. The key was there. I just grabbed it, got in the car. I ran my errands, and then I called Judy. And
see, if it was that simple, then why couldn't we remember a few minutes ago?
Yeah. Well, we hadn't thought of this story a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Renee, she was in the bank taking out some of her mother's money.
Oh, what was she doing in the bank?
Yeah.
She was withdrawing her mother's money. Was she successful in that? Did she withdraw cash?
$400.
Oh no, moments of training. I get it. Yeah, we used to joke about that too. And then they showed him later on a motorcycle, but he's still not riding it or moving his legs.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So we thought his guy that won $2 million actually just couldn't move after that.
Well, then he did do a commercial later and said something like, most people think I live in this box. The box on the
just the little head. Yeah.
Oh.
That's a good step right now.
Okay, that's a good step. We're going in the right direction.
Why it took this long for you to come up with that?
Exactly. Why?
Why?
Think about how it makes me sound.
Like a killer?
Right.
We're humans. We make mistakes.
You don't understand.
I understand.
You don't understand my sister. She would.
It's like she went to the William Shatner School of Acting.
Not good.
Take that, and she would think that I'm the most horrible person ever walked on this earth. That I put myself.
But you are.
So Judy would hit it right on the head.
I don't. But that's what she would think. And so would my Aunt Joy. And I don't. I put my mother first.
No, you didn't.
Listen to me.
I stopped and talked to Marie because I got upset. And I didn't want to be driving while I was talking to her on the telephone.
Okay.
She can confirm that.
Okay.
We went over everything.
What you guys went over?
The last time she talked to my mother, what my mother said.
That she's leaving
with
Rose.
She thought was going on. And I told her I would keep her up to date, that I was supposed to be meeting my sister and that I would call her.
Let's forget about your sister. Let's forget about your aunt. Let's just think about Amy and Mom.
There is
okay? Let's forget about those people.
There's nothing I wouldn't do for
the only thing I care right now is the conversation that I'm having with you right now and about your mom's safety.
And shit is about to get even more real.
And we're going to leave that for later.
Well, we'll pick that up next time. Lucy, do you think she's actually crying here?
No.
No. Wait till they give her and it's hard papers.
Right. Yeah, it makes a sound.
I mean, honestly, she could be crying. If there's any real tears, it's really just for fear that she's getting.
She's not crying.
Sure.
It's just out of her own self-service,
Yeah, there's not even.
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
Yep.
You'll hear the tissue next time.
The crinkle of the tissue. Yeah. All right. Well,
am I back with you guys on Tuesday?
You want to come back and talk about? Think about what you want to talk about. Yeah, and let us know.
Yes.
You always have a fascinating viewpoint on some of these things. Yeah, certainly unique. So
totally.
And I'm going to try to listen to Ruth Markel's book as well.
Oh my God, please. I think you're going to really get so much. It's really going to fill in a lot of the gaps in what you don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like it. So for I Love Lucy and Tiffie Lou, I'm Andrew. We'll see you Tuesday. Have a great weekend, everybody. We love you.
Good night.
Right, thank you all. Please hit the like, subscribe. Leave a comment.
I know we're never really good at advertising our own channel.
Yeah, if you enjoyed yourself.
Good night to a friend of mine, Lolita, who's watching.
All right. Good night, Lolita, and good night, all. We had a great time.
I'll see you all next week.
See ya.
Camera's still on.